Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to Love and Life, the channel that shares holistic self-development through great books. We often believe that a lasting love requires two people to walk side by side and strive together to grow. Many of you have written to Love and Life saying, if only both of us had watched this video, read the same book, and changed together, maybe our relationship wouldn't have ended in regret. We keep thinking love is always a two-person project. Yet in reality, many fall into despair when they realize that no matter how hard they try, their efforts can only account for 50% of the outcome, because each person carries their own rhythm and their own needs. You yearn for your partner to be in sync with you, but the distance remains. One side sacrifices, the other holds the upper hand, and arguments erupt again and again. In the book I'm sharing today, psychologist Chris Moon offers a profound perspective. Intimate relationships are, in essence, your personal journey. If you still believe love endures only when both people carry the load and change together, perhaps you have not yet fully grasped the lesson on love that destiny has tailored for you. Throughout the book, the author weaves psychology with Buddhist philosophy into one core message. Outside, there is no one. There is only you. He affirms that your effort alone is enough to make marriage and love better. I'll call this book Intimate Relationship, the Bridge to the Soul. The author believes your lover or life partner appears to help you understand yourself, heal hidden wounds, and touch your most authentic self. The book guides you through a journey: infatuation, conflict, near collapse, and then the choice between numbness or happiness. Along the way, I believe you'll find your own lesson. With Valentine's Day approaching, I hope this will be a meaningful gift that helps you understand your own heart. Now, please enjoy Love and Life's sharing. How to Awaken Within Marriage and Love through Chris Moon's Intimate Relationship, the Bridge to the Soul. Lesson: step out of the halo and return to your already complete self. The author divides romantic relationships into 4 stages. The halo stage. This resembles psychology's halo effect, when your partner seems perfect, your ideal person. We think we're loving and being loved, but that love is often our attempt to satisfy unmet childhood needs. As children, we seek 2 things: a sense of belonging and a sense of worth. If we didn't receive enough of either, we spend our lives searching for someone to supply it. The paradox: to attract such a partner, we pretend we already possess those qualities. If we want a confident partner, we fear they won't like an insecure person, so we perform confidence even if we don't feel it. At the same time, the other person is also seeking compensation and likely wearing a similar mask. So, in early romance, we aren't purely loving each other. We're exchanging illusions to soothe old hunger. When the masks fall, expectations surge. We try to change the other person. The book warns, expectation is the road to hell. The stronger the expectation, the more your subconscious believes you are lacking love, an old belief laid down in childhood. Harsh parenting, scolding, force, over-control can leave you feeling, I didn't get enough love from my parents. But that is a misunderstanding. Think about it. If you are a parent and sometimes don't understand your child, or you speak harshly or intervene too much, does that mean you don't love them? Of course not. As Thich Nhat Hanh said, parents are also children who grew up from their own cracks. They too were wounded and never learned how to love skillfully. It isn't the absence of love, it's the absence of skill in loving. We are not lacking love. This is what the Buddha called already complete. So trust that you already have love within you and release the demand that others fulfill your expectations. How do you know you've truly let go? Look at your relationship now. If thoughts like, why did she do this to me? Or, if they loved me, they would, no longer arise, and you feel love flowing between you, then you've done it. If you still weigh gains and losses, still feel aggrieved, you haven't fully let go. And if you let go of one expectation only to find another lurking behind it, keep practicing. True love is not a game of filling each other up, but a journey back to the wholeness already inside you. A poet wrote, "You have cried enough, now open your heart. A whole universe is waiting there. When you dare to shed the false halo, you meet your beloved not through illusion, but through the truth of two awakened souls, like two mountains side by side, not leaning on each other to be taller." Love is meeting at the source, not bartering over cracks and shattered dreams. Every life has its cracks, so that light can enter. The disillusionment stage. Many people skip the first lesson and plunge into disillusionment. Here, closeness increases, and so do quarrels. 4 warning patterns often appear: attention-seeking, picking fights over trivialities; power struggle, each wants the other to obey; payback, doing what you know will irk your partner; withdrawal, no one can change anyone, so you shut down, bury feelings in the silence that becomes a tomb. Why is pain inevitable in love? As Carl Jung taught, what we refuse to face in ourselves becomes our fate. Every argument is really the cry of your inner wounded child. When a partner's action touches a childhood scar, we often lack the courage to open our hearts. We shout in anger instead. Facing childhood pain is like facing a storm, terrifying, so anger becomes a temporary umbrella. But anger is a seductive illusion. It numbs pain and grants false power. As the Buddha said, holding on to anger is like gripping a hot coal to throw at someone else. You get burned first. Still, we indulge the identity of the victim, using fury to demand the validation we lacked as children. Sometimes fighting our lover is just the powerless child we once were, screaming, "See me, love me, I am right." Here the author asks, do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? If you insist on winning, you are sacrificing your partner to protect yourself. You still haven't faced your childhood deprivation. So what's the lesson? Treat disillusionment as a gift, not a curse. Rumi wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." When we dare face pain, it becomes a teacher. This gift reveals a truth. Improving a relationship does not necessarily mean staying together forever. A happy heart is measured not by how long you stay, but by how deeply you understand. See conflict as a chance to grow. Use communication that seeks outcomes both sides can accept, and hold both people's joy as equally important. At the same time, recognize if you're only coping, still chronically shortchanged, ending the relationship may be the loving choice. Breaking up can be good when it comes from love, when both see they cannot provide what the other needs and their temperaments don't fit. Staying becomes a mutual punishment. Letting go may be the most tender way to honor love. The reflection stage. Facing the dark to find inner light. Growth is a journey from shadow toward light. If you accept disillusionment, you can enter reflection. The author calls this the longest night of the soul. because you must face the cracks you've avoided. As Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living. Reflection is the gate that leads you to your most authentic self. Along this path, you'll meet 3 roles that haunt relationships: the victim, the persecutor, and the rescuer. As a victim, you drown in blame. As a persecutor, you weaponize pain against your partner or yourself. Think of someone slapping themselves or banging their head. As a rescuer, you appear noble but fall into a trap, solving others' problems while preventing them from standing up on their own. These roles feed each other into a painful drama triangle. Couples often get stuck, swapping roles. Sometimes both play rescuer and the child becomes the one persecuted. To exit the maze, the author urges courage to follow truth and cross 5 psychological traps. Blind loyalty to the family of origin. Some sacrifice their marriage to protect family pride, living as copies of inherited unhealthy patterns. The martyr complex. When every act is sacrifice, you breed a partner who only demands more. If you give but don't feel joy, you're already sacrificing and suffering. Dependency. I can't live without you, or parents depending on children for belonging. This abandons the wholeness within. Projection. What we hate in others mirrors what we reject in ourselves. Karen Horney. Calling your partner selfish may mean you're denying your own hidden selfishness. The seduction of death. Some fantasize about death as escape from a broken marriage. This is pain's illusion. Don't let darkness swallow hope. Ending life doesn't end the lesson. It guarantees you'll meet it again, again, and again, until you truly awaken. To pass these traps, combine all earlier lessons. Keep reflecting and hold to 3 principles. Don't fear disagreement. See problems as gifts, chances to heal your childhood fear of lack. As the Buddha taught, affliction is Buddha seed. Suffering can be the seed of awakening. Step outside the frame of who's right. Look for the unmet need beneath each conflict. Take 100% responsibility. You are the owner of your karma, heir to your karma, Dhammapada. If marriage is your inner work, adjusting your own state and understanding your inner gaps, you can own your experience fully. Then you will no longer feel lonely and wounded because of someone else. Reflection is not a rose-strewn path. It is a rugged night march toward your inner dawn. Like a lighthouse in open sea, the light appears only when you dare face yourself. The illumination stage. When love becomes light, finally comes illumination. You can feel love's current flowing within. Illumination isn't a destination. It is an awakened state amid life's impermanence, like daybreak arriving unexpectedly. A few lines in a book, a simple sentence, a tear that touches a crack in your soul. As Thich Nhat Hanh taught, enlightenment is here and now. Open your heart and receive it. This book offers no rigid roadmap. It plants faith that when we dare to love fully, the light will come. Its key awakening line: if you want to get somewhere the fastest, the only way is to already be there. It recalls Laozi's Wu Wei. True happiness is not in striving, but in letting go into unity with the way. How can you already be there in illumination? Treat love as a verb. When conflict flares, don't stonewall or argue. Ask, if I loved her, him in this moment, what would I do? The answer isn't in thought, but in action. Cook their favorite dish, hold them softly, or simply listen without judgment. As Erich Fromm wrote, love isn't a feeling, but a practice, a commitment grown through repeated acts. Like quantum tunneling, Love at a higher frequency passes through barriers that logic cannot. Practice the art of allowing. Think of the song, Let It Be. This is not apathy or surrender. It's deep trust in causes and conditions. When your spouse complains, don't fix or join the lament. Simply say, allow. Allow the worry to be. Love unconditionally. When we stop demanding, you must, the space between us fills with love's purest energy. Wang Yangming called it acting from the innate, luminous conscience, free from ego's grasping. A wife cooking not for praise, but from the joy of giving warmth is such an act. Remember, illumination is not permanent. It appears in moments when you touch your soul, like a wave merging with the ocean, a bird opening in the blue. When you dare to love with wakefulness, every trial becomes a miracle. Love doesn't need wings. It already is the sky. Closing insight. Across these 4 stages, I hope you now see love and marriage more deeply. We often seek a partner to compensate for our inner lack, placing crushing pressure on them. But changing another is extremely hard, and unmet expectations ferment into conflict. When hopes pile high, marriage becomes a cage for 2. The only way to awaken within a relationship is to courageously recognize that the source of every problem lies within. Love's journey is a little boat that crosses 4 waves: the glittering halo, the bitter disillusion, the night of reflection, and the dawn of illumination. 2 sides of the same coin. Face the dark to find your own light. As Helen Keller said, the most beautiful light is found in the deepest darkness. When 2 souls shed their shells of fear, they meet at the pure source. May you dare to love with full awareness, so every step brings you home to your own heart. Thank you for listening. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who needs it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to catch new videos each week. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.